Hello, chat. Welcome to the stream. Today we're playing with a mono-black Hatebears strategy centered around the newly printed Maya. The deck is called Maya Nayaya because Mai and Maya is the Polish version of the name Mai. And Yaya means eggs, which then makes the name just sound really funny. So we have some changes since last week. For the better or worse, we will see. We are splashing blue. Time Walk Ancestral, good. Timetwister, really nice with Sheoldred and Bowmeister. Grief, really good with Reanimate and Dark Ritual. Postboard, we can become a pretty good Null Rod deck because our acceleration is Deathrite Shaman and Dark Ritual, which is not artifact mana, so that's quite nice.
He's a phenomenal control player.
I think I remember to join. Yes. Sheoldred, frankly. But I'm playing the one in the sideboard for the so-called lulz. Is it? I think it is, for the most part. Sheoldred is pretty formidable in Vintage. Costs 4 mana versus 3. Turn 1 Bowmeister. I think it's gonna be turn 1 Dauthi. And then Grief pitch. If they play initiative, then stealing a initiative monster. You'd rather have Goy versus Mono White even versus Blue Black Lurus? No, not against Lurus. Versus Mono White for sure, yeah. But like versus Mono White, ideally you would like Stillmoon Cavalier. Against Bazaar, Barrow-Goyf looked pretty good. But the Bazaar decks are unplayable, really weak, and I don't think it matters too much. Sheoldred is weaker against Dredge, especially, I guess if they Dredge, they don't even lose life. Maya, Primi, Meza, yeah, interesting. And for sure, Sheoldred is quite solid again. Like, it's a solid effect against most decks, I think. Especially against the Shops decks. Barrow-Goyf, kind of a blank against the Shops decks with the ability to create Eldrazi Scions. Sheoldred actually quite good against them. Against the Onion Ring. Whoa. Whoa! That's new. Whoa. That's a new way to display opponent's hand. That's actually nice. Can I zoom? I can, yeah, I can enlarge it. At the cost of my battlefield, but... I don't think I can close it, there is no button. Alright, I think I choose White Plume. If they play the Clarion Conqueror, that they just lose, right? They don't have any mana, and do I think they're gonna stay here? They will not, no. But that's fine. So yeah, playing a Clarion Conqueror is just conceding for my opponent. The initiative deck is not necessarily well prepared for the opponent just playing creatures. I mean, they probably play some Swords to Plowshares, at least in the sideboard they do. Used to play Solitude, I guess they don't do that too often anymore. It's a good thing I was on the play though. If I was on the draw, then we would be facing down a initiative man already, and my Grief would be kind of shit. Conqueror is very funny in their deck. Yeah, it's a really good self-hoser. If they go for Conqueror, I can just waste their land and they just have nothing. Void Mirror doesn't do anything against my deck. I mean, I have a few Moxen and Black Lotus, so I have 4 mana sources that it would turn off. But if I draw a mana source, like, it doesn't really matter that much. We have a Survival Land under the fetch, we have a Wasteland, we have the Voidwalker, which can cast the White Bloom. I will be considering that if they don't want to play the Conqueror. Chromox. White Orchid. Rather, Witch Enchanter, Mox Sapphire. Conqueror turns off my Voidwalker's ability to steal cards, but it also turns off their mana, and I deal damage first. They did summon the Conqueror. So, well, we are racing. We have no mana. And a Void Mirror in hand. Hello, House of Memes. Well, of course I draw Mox Sapphire. Unlucky, really. We should play it, because if they play the Void Mirror, it doesn't really matter. I guess fetching is maybe bad, because now this is a 4-turn clock and I have a 5-turn clock, so I guess I'm putting a lot of faith in my Surveillant Muttering. We go to 8, they go to 11. We go to 5, they go to... It's fine, yeah. Okay. Don't know if they have any draws. Like, they'll need to play Solitude in their deck. I think you do nowadays. Shaman can deal 2 extra. That said, unfortunately, I think this is a matchup where we have to board out my... She's pretty bad. We have Stillmoon Cavaliers, Barrow-Goyf, Long Goodbyes, 2 Dismembers, and Mindbreak Trap. On the draw, we don't want to play Vexing Bauble. I don't think I want to play Null Rod. I think we skip Mental Misstep. So we actually have 1 card too many, even after boarding out my E. So we could maybe get rid of a Lotus Petal? Now that seems weak. We need to come out of the gates fast and strong. I guess Bowmaster is pretty bad. Combos with Timetwister, but besides that, it's not great. Voidwalker seems really good. Cavalier OP. Removal seems really strong. We have 6. Deathrite Shaman looks quite nice. The matchup is Initiative. Against shops, I would keep Mai and Null Rod. And probably not bring my Stillmoon Cavalier. Although, who knows? I wonder if my deck is a land short or something. Let's board out a Orcish Bowmaster, it's not great. You can see the hand space loading when you begin the game. This seems like a keep, Ancestral, so like, what else do I need? Of course, the opponent is gonna be on the play, so something like Archon. Tapping my lands could be annoying. Cleric. Jet. Emerald. White Plume. Wrath. It's not as rough. We can kill it and take the initiative back. Ooh. Wait, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Too little. Oh, it's 7 mana. Holy fuck, that's perfect. We have black, 3, 5, 7. That's true, yeah, because I didn't count the land. This is 2 mana each and the land. Holy fuck, that's so funny. And then we have a Timetwister to refuel. I'll take your Witch Enchanter. Mine. I take the initiative. I grab a basic swamp. Holy fucking shit. What's your next move? You would not cast Timetwister. I probably will not, but we have it. Just wanted to mention that we have it. If I want to. Untap a creature you control. Do we want to scry 2 or forge my menace monster? Always forge. Do I care to draw grief? Not really, right? I think I can attack with both. Just untap White Plume. Nice. This was a fun game. We're up against Kassa. Kassa is my enemy from the Mox leaderboard, but this hand is solid, so... Too bad I'm on the draw. Oh. Chancellor of the Annex. Let's avoid getting hit by a... No, yeah. No Conqueror, please. Just play the initiative, man. Trust. That's fine. I mean, fine. It's not fine, but... We have outs. Such as Fetal Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Well, I don't have that much to do with my mana. We also have to pay for Chancellor. Probably just discard Petal to Chancellor. Lotus Ritual, play my monsters, Wasteland, the land. That plays pretty well around what my opponent can do. Like, that puts my opponent in a pretty tough spot, I feel like. Like, they don't have an easy time just attacking me. I take the initiative back, get a swamp myself. They scry too. Not going for the forge. Too bad I can't block the Seasoned Engineer. Like, the fact that this is just an unblockable monster is kind of crazy. NGL. Keeps White Plume on top. Weirdly enough. Attack for 6, bring my opponent to 10, get basic. Could also save Dark Ritual. There is no land in the graveyard for the next turn, so the Deathrite Shaman cannot add mana anyways. in the future with this. If I do that. So probably just attack with the Shaman. Just use the Dark Ritual to play the second Bowmeister, and then I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So point goes to 9, and then I have 8 power plus the Shaman. DRS can drain. Oh yeah, that's just better. That's even more damage. Opponent takes 5, I get Swamp. They hit me for what, 4? 5? They can't get to trap anymore. I mean, it seems good. 10,000 triggers. One goes to 8. Shaman can deal 2 more next turn as well. Dungeoneer attacks, takes the initiative back. This hand was very nice. It did have a lot of fast mana, yeah. Voidwalker is really good against initiative. Unblockable monster to raise well. They'll White Plume and untap their monster though. That's a bit rough. Make Skeletor. Misstep. They get to Throne here, so we have to fade. I guess that is true. I can avoid getting hit by the Throne. But what can they hit, really? Not much. Yeah, they don't play Solitude nowadays. I think they just kind of lose. We'll see. We're gonna have to drain so that we don't get hit by... Clarion Conqueror. Where do we go? Does it matter? I guess I can make Voidwalker bigger just for lulz. For a big army. Orc army to block the White Plume. Well, whatever. We definitely want to go into the Forge to hit Trap. I don't think it matters, but if it does, it's good. Buff Dauthi. Well, that was my thought as well, but why? What's my other thought? Anointed Peacekeeper. You go to 3. You get to Throne of the Dead 3. You reveal 10 cards. What did you get? Not much. Alright. Just Black Lotus Season Dungeoneer, no big deal on the play. Just race it. Simply. Forcing the white initiative down the lost well. Well, they lost, right? It all makes sense. It all adds up. Let's board the same way. It worked well. We have the Steel Moons. Can you explain Mindbreak Trap in this matchup? My opponent's deck is built around going turn 1 on the play. Land Mox, unbeatable monster. You counter the monster, you win instead of losing. Hope that helps. Holy shit, that's a nice hand. Let's see if Mindbreak does as I claimed it will. We have 5 mana turn 1, so I can't Voidwalker. I just go Shaman Grief, Ancient Tomb Bakrom Mox Time. Then not too bad. In a large portion of their hand, they will be weak to Mindbreak Trap. Allegedly, I have fetches in my deck for the Deathrite Shaman to reach its true power, but so far that hasn't really been the case. The fetches are only in the deck less in spirit, but I think I only have 4 or something. Maybe that's too little, too few. I have 4 fetches, one of each. Mox Jet. Oh, Mindbreak Trap, please explain to me. Oh, what's there to explain? I'll just never cast it. It's so funny. Will Mindbreak you back? No. STP, Archon of Memoria. I mean, I'll take your STP. I'll STP Dauthi. I'll be taking 5 per turn after playing an Archon and taking 2 damage from my Ancient Tomb. Holy shit. Holy shit, chat. Getting to play Ancestral Recall in your deck is quite solid, I have to say. It has its benefits. That said, this is kind of scary. I think we do need more fetches for the Shamans. Well, Mindbreak Trap didn't do anything, but we are still fine. This is the key part of the equation. Why not attack with the Shaman as well there? I don't think I want to. Maybe I should kill the Ancient Tomb so they can't cast the 4-drop. Well, probably. Oh no, Chad, I got too excited about my hand and then opponent is fighting. Putting up a great fight. I guess I can drain them with the Deathrites. Should I play a Brogoyf right now? Should I Dismember? Should I use a Deathrite Shaman? What if I Dismember, I Season Dungeoneer and use a Deathrite Shaman, I go to 6? And next turn I can use Shaman again? Which doesn't get there before the Throne of the Dead 3. What if I strip mine the land and play Brogoyf? Then my Shamans don't add mana ever again. They attack me. They do put a 4-1 into play next turn as well. The Brogoyf is gonna be tiny. The Brogoyf seems like a bad idea in the deck. I just realized that we don't even have sorceries anymore. Well, we have Reanimate. But we have few sorceries in the deck right now. This is really hard. Maybe I just don't dismember anybody. I just start activating Shamans. No, I can't Hexproof a Clarion Conqueror. can't dismember a Clarion Conqueror this way. That's a bad idea then. The Brogoyf will be tiny. It will just trade for the bad cards. There's no reason to do that. Maybe I don't know. Let's wait. And let's just use the Shamans on Dark Rituals and drain my opponent. So this needs dismembering, I think. I get a Wasteland. There's gonna be plenty of lands in the graveyard now for the Shamans to make mana, at the very least. Witch Enchanter. 4 mana, 2/2. Dark Ritual does nothing versus Archon anyway. Okay. Have I claimed it does? Swamp. Like Demonic Tutor for Swamp, yeah, that's a good play. Sort of. I think I'll do that. We will drain with the Shaman. Or the opponent can find a big monster now. And if they find Conqueror, then I can't use my Shamans anymore. They found Conqueror. Which is an issue. Holy shit, chat. Troll of Khazad-dm is another swamp. That's unlucky that they hit the Clarion Conqueror, damn. Alright, we're on the play, chat. On the play is good. On the play, we play Vexing Bauble over Mindbreak Trap. Maybe I should play Mental Misstep as well. They bring in STPs, so it's actually relevant post board. I think Brogoyf is just bad. Let's cut it from my deck. It's too small in my deck. I have no sorceries. It's a 2/3. Cutting Mindbreak Trap makes sense. It's an on the draw strat so that you don't get high rolled by their Giga high rolls and you don't lose to high rolls. You like some Null Rods. That's fair. On the play, justifiable, but I think I would rather have a monster and removal in my deck than Null Rods. Vexing Bauble is the Null Rod I'm willing to play. I mean, I will keep the Vexing Bauble on the play, I think. It's a bit awkward of a hand. Nice mana base. Holy shit, Vexing Bauble proof hand. Probably take White Plum Adventurer, so if I draw a Reanimate, I just win by taking initiative. Play the C if they want to spend... They want to waste me, that's fine. That's fine. Glad we cut the Mindbreak Trap. One more time and I will... And you're gone from the chat. Be careful. Looking for a Dark Ritual. That's nice. Sort of. If they play Ancient Tomb, it's gonna be a bit unpleasant, but let's hope they won't. Should we cycle the bubble now? Should I fire up the Wasteland? Cycling the bubble doesn't guarantee playing the Sheoldred, so I don't think I will. We have many other great draws. Damn, I wish I have cycled. I think I'll pass and cycle now. That looks actually okay to me. They drew Ancient Tomb now. White Plume sits. That's horrible. For me. But we can take the initiative and then remove the next monster. Ooh. Perfect. Ooh. Just the Cavalier, right? What's your response to that? DT for Reanimate the White Plume? Is that better than Stillmoon Cavalier? Not necessarily. Although that would be the play I would have made if I had not drawn the Stillmoon. Caballero. Oh, Giga Cleric is getting summoned. How many actual white sources do they play since they have STPs? A bunch? Or maybe some is a better way to say answer. I can't waste their planes though. Could long goodbye the free drop, so they just don't have initiative again. Sheoldred gets swords. Sounds bad. DT for another cleric and raise them. Oh yeah, that's also good. I guess that kind of leaves them with no place. Blanks the STP. That actually sounds great. And spends my DT, which is gonna be hard to use. I was worried about that. Or Time Walk. Time Walk, we put 2 counters on this. Attack for 4, down to 12. I'm not sure Time Walk is better than Cavalier, but it is more fun. How does the second Cavalier ever lose? They play... I don't know. The 4 drop, yeah. I think if I summon the Cavalier, it's just giga easy to win though. The anti-black is Hammond, that's true, I guess. They have that. Black creatures can attack or block. Monka Giga. Clarion Conqueror. Okay. Okay. So now I can't cast my cards. It's like the downside of the card. Now I can cast my cards. Attack for 4, opponent goes to 12. Next turn they take 5 plus 6 plus 1. I play Chrome Mox with Clarion Conqueror in play. Imagine if we had a Mindbreak Trap here, I could just cast it. That would be sick. Rune Flare Trap. Ooh. That would be sick. Stillmoon Cavalier, kind of unfair against initiative, frankly. I guess it is also unfair against my own deck. So I hope to not play any mirror matches, but I wonder if I should have a fetch or two extra in the deck somehow. Got Selfashek. I think Selfashek was also playing initiative. This hand is maybe a fetch land away from being a keep. Oh yay. Not good. Basic Swamp Deathrite Shaman, let's go. How many fetches in the list? 4. Probably there should be more. But I wanted to fit the Trolls of Khazad-dm into the deck as well, which ended up costing me. Counselor of the Annex. It's gonna be annoying. Let's play the Shaman and eat it up. What else, right? Chromox, Oki. Counselor exiled. Ancient Tomb, Monka. White Plume. Have funny games occurred yet? For sure, yeah. We had a pretty funny game earlier. Pluma na jaja. No tu będzie ciężko z tymi jajami. I even drew both of my swamps, so I can't get a swamp with the white plume. With the initiative. No tu się zesrywamy, my dear widzowies. We have to wait for my opponent to decide not to block the Dauthi Voidwalker, but it's going to be hard to win. Die! 3 damage. Sits? You should watch Avatar like you did with Yu-Gi-Oh! I thought about that. Shadow is such an unfunny keyword, up there with First Strike and Death Touch on 5/5 creatures. Okay. It is, I guess. Yu-Gi-Oh! UB when? Exactly. Maybe I can win actually if I draw a fetch. Kurva, what? How many more times will I say that? If I draw a fetch. But here I can prevent them from retaking the initiative. Maybe not. Maybe just let them go into archives. Because I could double jump or like let them draw, get into archives, they go to 11. But I think if I double block and then I make it into a 5-power creature and I just draw a fetch for blue, I just win. Then should have pinged the 3/3 and blocked. No, dealing damage to them is good. Maybe not good. Yeah, DT for Timog is just lethal. Bowmaster is a great draw. Wasteland. Okay, well that... DT for Bowmaster could be fine. Yeah, if I don't die next turn, like, that's also fine. Black Lotus doesn't work through Vexing Bauble. Clarion Conqueror. But even if I draw a land, I can DT for Deathrite Shaman and survive. But I have to go to the Forge here. Right? I can't afford to go to Lost Well because I don't have a plan to win the game. So I just put the counters here and even if I draw a land to block the white plume, I'm fine, right? Any monster to charm block is also good, unless Dauthi. Have some good draws. Land is a good draw. I mean, I could crack the Voidwalker, but I have to plan to win. Misstep is not a good draw. DT also a good draw. Well, I already have the DT in my hand, so I don't know if it's a good draw. Dark Ritual, okay. This game was giga close. Couldn't get rid of Dauthi, just Wasteland. And charm block and die. Yeah, we can't even use it, so. Dryad Arbor would be game winning. Unfortunately, no such luck. Damn, unlucky. Yep, dead. If you just have 2 duels this game, you're fine. Crazy stuff. 2 duels? What do you mean? Oh, you mean that, like, if I don't draw 2 swamps and I don't lose out on the swamp from the initiative. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was giga unlucky. That was giga unlucky. Am I mixing my fetches for fun or to play around Needle? Well, it's just good practice to play varying fetches, so that's what I do. Paragoyf, it was the plan at first, but we already played against Initiative twice and it seemed to suck. I'll be skipping it. I think it's just bad in my deck. Seems better than Sheoldred. Don't think so. But maybe I'll carry Sheoldred. Yeah, I mean, I just play 4 different fetches because it's good practice to play different fetches, so why not? Would we have won if we had charmed with only army and let them draw, creating a new army? Perhaps, yeah. Maybe that was a mistake. I think it was, actually. Just block the 5/5. Then my Voidwalker attacks for free, puts 2 counters on itself. We had extra damage, so this would be fine. And 2 attacks, it would still get them with the Forge. Yeah. Good point. I mean, what a hand. I guess. How do I choose what decks to play in Vintage and Pre-Modern? I play the decks I like. Chancellor of the Annex? Huh, bro, I don't care. Can discard the land. Villain has Containment Priest, just as a 2/2. Seems good to take the Witch Enchanter. Could also take the White Plume. Because if I take the land, they draw a land, they play White Plume Adventurer. It's not great for them to play the White Plume Adventurer, we just juggle the initiative. You take the flyer? No, the flyer is too bad, I think. For them, just ruins them. Mox Emerald. Timetwister. Should I cast it? I mean, they draw 4, I draw 7. Don't necessarily know if it's good. Dark Fest, I guess. This is Timetwister, it's not Days Undoing. Could have had Solitude? Nie, nie mają. Alright, YOLO. No Bowmeister in play, but it was worth to cast it. Just Stillmoon? Yeah, Stillmoon, right? Like, they just can't beat it, so... Bauble Tutor for Time Walk. I mean, maybe? I have Stillmoon Cavalier, I can't lose. I have to say that Deathrite Shaman hasn't been as impressive as I thought, as I hoped for it so far. We probably need like 8 fetches and not 4. I thought it's gonna feed off opposing fetches and wastelands. But I guess I just play against initiative with no fetches for now. Point named Sheoldred. Okay. Canister wins. Okay. So maybe Sheoldred after all. No, I'll bring the Mindbreak on the draw. I truly believe it is actually quite fine. Kind of rough that we played the Mai deck and 3 rounds in a row I just cut Mai. Did you brew up this deck? I did, yeah. I mean, yeah, I did. There were some other mono black or like blue black Mai decks. Pretty different though. Stillmoon Cavalier reminds me of Paladin Onvek, which was one of the first Magic cards you opened in a booster in 1988. Holy shit, this game is old. Undercity Sewers, huh? I don't think I can keep Undercity Sewers. And it's not particularly great anyway, so this list's better. Sort of. Question mark. Put back Lotus Petal. Set is fine. If there is no Chancellor, I just go turn 1. Catacombs, surveil something OP into my graveyard, and then it's good. Wait, no white mana? Void Mirror, okay. With Mana Crypt, Ancient Tomb in hand? What? Is my opponent stupid? Do they just want to die to the Mana Crypt? Peacekeeper? That's fairly unthreatening. We just had to fetch not to get wrecked by the Peacekeeper. What do you name even? Dark Ritual? Wasteland? Time Walk. I drew Troll of Khazad-dm. Should we go for it? Because I wanted to reanimate the Voidwalker and that alone seemed okay. I assume I should waste the cavern. And if I want to waste the cavern, then I have to burn my Dark Ritual. I guess then next turn I can just Bowmeister as well. We have a 6/5. We can attack. Unless I get plowed. But that's 2 cards. Plains plus plow. Alright. Yeah, they have Chancellor in hand as well. I guess I can just get Underground Sea in this spot. And this way next turn I can cast Bowmeister. And they have Void Mirror, so they can't even top deck mana. Dobra, Wasteland Mile i co dalej, kurwa. I'm not sure my opponent's game plan was well thought through. I guess Plains. I could die to Plains Swords, but I gain 6. 19 life for my opponent to go through. Cleric. Is that White Plume? Sure. Okay. We get the swamp as well. That's fucked up. I forgot where I will get the initiative. Damn. Whoa, how lucky. Initiative is such a cool mechanic. Good mechanic. You think so? Why not Time Walk? It costs 4 mana. Now it's gonna cost 2 mana. Again, and I will cast it. Because it seems like they wanted a third blocker, but they still should attack with the White Plume. It untaps. Opponent seems like a multi-queuer, I guess. Play initiative, play it badly. So the last time Sokos played, he was on initiative, chat. This hand is kinda stinky. Would a fetch be better than Lotus Petal? Sort of. I mean, that's what I will do. I will go turn 1 Voidwalker and then Grief. Leaving myself with a hand of Timetwister and Strip Mine. Truly a hand. Alright, opponent. Sokoshivo. We should play Lake of the Dead to fuel Deathrite. Lake of the Dead. Maybe I should just main deck Stillmoon Cavaliers. Like, what matchups is it bad against in Vintage currently? This. It's alright against Demilurus control. They kind of can't beat it. 3 mana drain? Really? Whoa. Maria, their removal is push. Maybe it's just good enough to play. Yeah, it's blank against shops. Doomsday. What's Scam? Yeah, seems like a real deck. I mean, I could also play Entomb, maybe. Entomb for Reanimate? Is that any good? What a hand. Guess if I take Black Lotus, it's actually pretty rough. The hand is not great. Doesn't seem to be much point in taking the initiative monster, especially if my opponent plays a Vexing Bauble. And this allows me from using Voidwalker. Opponent really should have won the dice roll, yeah. They only had 6 mana, so they can't... They can only play the Seasoned Dungeoneer, but then they can have White Plume for turn 2. Oh. Alright, chat, give me more 1 to 2 1, 2, or 3 mana creatures I could put in my vintage deck. Wait, really? You don't want to play the Seasoned Dungeoneer? You want to play the White Plum? That's crazy to me. Dark Confidant. It's a bit too weak, isn't it? A Johnny. Sinkhole. No, Sinkhole is too bad. Creature's better as well. Is to stop you from casting Lotus for free? Sure. I mean, I would rather attack anyways. Collector, oof. I thought about oof. Seems really bad with Dark Ritual to play something like that. Yeah, this is the 4th initiative player. Should I strip mine the Wasteland? Or just play Verdant Catacomb, and if my opponent taps the Wasteland, I can... Phyrexian Negator. It's not nice at all. People play Orcish Bowmasters in this format. Ideally, the creature would be disruptive, unblockable, or both. Rankle, kurwa, ziomki. Trespasser. Kurwa, no Trespasser dobry, nie? Is Lurus restricted? No, you can play all Lurus. Opposition Agent. We had it. It seems a bit only good against a small portion of the decks. Clarion Conqueror. Not good. I mean, the Giga Vigilance doesn't matter here much. Twister is okay, no? They can tap artifacts. It's alright. I'm not sure if I would say it's okay. I think I'll cast it. But I'm not sure if it leads to my victory. Vicious Battle Rager. Is that the initiative monster for 4 mana? Ale kurwa, ekipa na ręku. Too bad I can't summon them. Churchill Dark Knight, oh kurwa. Chat. You have some awesome ideas. I think we need to go to the forge. The last ride. Vamp Tutor plus Metamorphosis Fanatic. That's interesting. Eddie Brock. The issue is, I don't know some of the cards you're proposing, chat. I was about to say half, but I actually know that Vicious Battle Rager is an initiative monster. I think it's the 1/5. Eddie Brock. When Eddie Brock enters, return creature card with mana value 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. You really think I should do that? Eddie Brock Vintage. Yeah, you sure did. I don't know if I have outs. Probably not. Timetwister. It's in my graveyard. I already cast it. So you win with Sheoldred, right? Well, opponent's at 14, right? The Joy of Initiative. Holy fuck, that's my out. Well, I know what's my out then. I think they have no outs. Maybe Strip Mine to kill my swamp, is that out? But you need to take back initiative. Well, I can attack with Dauthi Voidwalker. I'll manage. But we take the initiative. Oh yeah. That's bullshit. So I'm just dead to the flyer. That is so sad. Can go the white plume to gain life. Walk me step by step. How does that exactly work? How do we go that to gain life? I lost to a fetch land. 1 life point costs me here. 5, 10, 12, 11. The point goes to 1. Nothing to play. Just artifacts that I can't activate. Crazy. You can draw off initiative to go to 5. My initiative was only getting to the forge. I was dealing 5. So far, we never combined Timetwister with Bowmeister. Maybe that's not a good deck. I think. That game really made you think about life loss, yeah. You have to be careful with life loss. Too much is not good. Alright, let's go. Next time I will just play 3 Stillmoon Cavaliers or 4 Stillmoon Cavaliers main deck, and then that's gonna be good. And we're gonna skip Mine entirely. Am I winning? We're down a game, but 3-0. And it seemed like Initiative is a good matchup. Maybe I should trim a Deathrite Shaman if it's bad in my deck. Don't forget Virtue's Ruin in the sideboard. I think the Cavalier is way better. Barogoyev seems great. It isn't. I know it does look like it should be great, but it actually really isn't. Where are the frogs? My deck is mono black. I can't Dark Ritual out a frog, so I'm not playing frog. I guess I could play frog. I think it would be a pretty bad frog deck though, frankly. I'll cast Grief. Take a look. Cast Deathrite. It's a new function on Magic Online. Now you get to see your opponent's hand like this. Maybe I should take Swords. Opponent cannot cast Dungeon Master next turn yet. Dungeon and Sword go? That would be a horrible play. I want to Ritual out the second Grief to have a monster. Take the Mox is not nice, I think. It's pretty bad. The Mox is too much card disadvantage for them to take it. Especially if the Conqueror takes it as well. It's probably the worst if my opponent top decks a Mox and plays the Dungeon Master, yeah. Let's take the Dungeon Man and DRS. Conqueror on this one. I don't take the Conqueror here, no. It's too weak. Containment Priest. That's giga fine with me. My opponent mana screwed themselves. I can just play the Cavalier now. There's a Plow left in hand. Strip Mine. Well, the Cavalier is... It's 2 unblockable damage per turn. But discarding the swords doesn't really do anything. I can't use the abilities on the Cavalier. I could pitch Grief later. I'm not casting the Cavalier nor... Yeah, I'm not casting the Cavalier. My opponent. Size not 2. It is a little bit bad that Shaman gets blanked by Conqueror. Makes it not great in the matchup. Waste a tomb? I don't think so. Easy waste. Well, he didn't cast anything, so clearly not easy waste. I think a land in play is better than like why waste tomb? Chat. Could just not waste. I'll waste the cavern. Maybe I should waste a tomb now. No, dobra. You convinced me. Long goodbye. Take blow. Keep my free power and pressure them evenly each turn. No chuj. I wastelanded for no purpose. Now I could pay with my wasteland for long goodbye on the creature, but I can't. No, yeah. I mean, I guess keeping a land wouldn't have worked too well for that. But, well, no, I shouldn't have wasted, because that let him play the tapped Witchbless Meadow. Chat, you're so bad, really. Why would I listen to you ever again? You're giga horrible at this game. Easy waste. Of course you waste. Opponent could tap Ancient Tomb for mana. Yeah. Sure. Result-oriented thinking. Yeah. Result-oriented. I could both use my own mana, and I could use, like... There's no reason to kill tombs. Just kill their white mana. Maybe the game would have worked out better if I actually taken the Conqueror, indeed. Results is what matters, though. Yeah, exactly. Blizzard realizes what's important. They have infinite 3-drops in the deck. Yeah, but, well, so I can use the colorless mana to play my own 2-drops. If I draw another land. And if I kill the tomb, then it's just not good. Because this is exactly like, that was like a big punish for killing the tomb. Like letting my opponent save 3 life from this land. That was a huge punish. Guess no attack. How about griefing to know whether you should waste? That would be a good approach as well, yeah. Co tu wchodzi? Season Dungeoneer. Ajajaj. Well, here comes my swamp. Although at this point, it's not of much help. Could have just Cavern Peacekeeper. Yeah. Alright, we died. But the more important part is that my own mana is good. They play Ludus of the Dream Den. We have lots of mana. We can play a turn 1 Troll of Khazad-dm. How is Opposition Agent in this format? It's good against a few decks. Not very good though. Kinda narrow. Graj Dauthi Grief. No zajebisty pomysł. W sumie. Probably I should play, I don't know. Well, I could play Deltas to conceal info. Unable to scream. Thunder Trap Trainer. Time Walk. Guess I'll take Time Walk. Unable to scream, whoa. I guess it's a blue removal spell. Stock up, trainer, unable to scream in vintage, that's funny. Am I an approved streamer of the Game Awards? No, I don't typically do that. Know that it's happening. Archon of Valor's Reach. Ooh. No, that's like a Hatebear. Lockout monster that's weak to Talon Gates for Curva and Ballon. Oh, another one. 2 time walks. We got a Force of Will though. Will they get to Talon Gates though if they can't cast artifacts? Well, you just want me to... What do you mean? They will just play Talon Gates and then they will cast artifacts. No, well, we have Sheoldred, it's fine. We just don't need a card in that role. Since it doesn't exist, we can just skip it. Alright, they can just play it, yeah. They can just put it into play as a special action via land dropping. Unable to scream, my Dauthi sits. Merchant Scroll. Did Canister lose to Talon Gates? Not quite, no. I imagined losing to Talon Gates in the future. Maybe casting the Time Walk was better with Voidwalker last turn. Because now they will just counter my Bowmaster. I mean, I could Time Walk and grieve them. Pitching. Might be a bit weak. Horizon Drake, that's good. We got the solution to a problem that never existed. No dobra, Team Eva chce. Sits. I mean, they're left with a stock up in hand. If they counter it and I grieve, so I don't think I want to grieve. But maybe they let it resolve. Exhaust stock up, no wiadomo, że nie. I mean, maybe it's fine to pitch. Because stock up. Ancestral is way better to cast than stock up. If they cast stock up, they take a while and then I can get another hit with grief. I can keep draining with Deathrite Shaman, that's a 2-turn clock. Dobra. Like, what's the most threatening thing they can find with their stock up? After all, the one life once again matters so much. Ooh, how? Where? Za 15 do 20 minut. Another trainer, okay. I guess that blocks my grief. Review stock up again, bro. Stop. So I have 2 stock ups in hand. I probably would rather just reanimate the troll. Kill them next turn. I wonder if they play Dig through time. Actually, let's not pretend. I'll just exile the Ancestral Recall to perform vengeance on it. I'm not sure if my opponent is playing a combo deck or just a control deck, but they played a lot of draw spells and not much else. Like, unable to scream, that has to be a... Well, maybe that's a PO deck. That's like a removal spell you would play in a PO deck. Lotus PO, control combo, okay. So you are saying I should Null Rod them. How much removal do I want? So Maya is great. Is Brainstorm and Ancestral Recall like? I guess it is, yeah. The only monster to kill is Lurus. Well, and the otters which block my board. Maybe I should actually cut down on fail push. Petal seems bad when I have four rods. Vexing Bauble on the draw, maybe not so great. Maybe just one push. Because Null Rod kinda turns off Lurus. I'll trim a Shaman for being giga weak. Mox Sapphire, Maya. Whoa. You would cut Twister. No, it's for the combo. Oh, they're casting spells first. +2 life. Classic lost the die roll. Azure Beastbinder, chat. And here you were telling me that the only creature to kill is Lurus. I'll play Mai still. One free is Vigilance is fucked up, chat. How do I beat that? Are we sure it's a Lurus PO deck? Okay, this is a PO deck. I swear no one plays this card. I lost to Azure Beastbinder before by... Whoa, they ignore my... I lost to Azure Beastbinder in the past, before. I don't remember why, or what for, but... Lotus is not bad. I was playing Initiative, and Azure Beastbinder was stealing my Initiative, and I couldn't beat it. Whatsoever. Just Ring Troll, yeah. I mean... Pyroclasm? No nie. Kurwa. Co jest? Pyroclasm? Here I thought that my opponent will have a tough time answering my monsters. Dead wrong I was. Mox Opal. Oh, we can solve the... We can solve our nightmare. Not sure I should, but I could. Because if I kill it now, it just comes back with Lurus at some point. But killing Lurus requires Revolt. Anyways, which I need to spend now on Undercity Sewers, so a bit tricky. Well, okay. We have a plan. Sits? I mean, I guess the Beastbinder is a solution to Null Rod as well. Kurwa. Ale ekipa. You need to draw something. Obviously, the first draw step after deploying a Null Rod will be one of your few Moxen. Dobra. Pyroclasm. Huh? Ancestral, solid. Verdant Academy, solid. Hardcast FOV up. Holy shit. Sorcerer, speed FOV. That's rough. Mm-hmm. Sapphire had its abilities removed and then they came back. It was targeted by Azure Bestbinder and then I played a Null Rod and for some reason that made the ability not appear. Alright, maybe we should bring in Barrogoyf because it survives Pyroclasm. What do we cut? Sheoldred survives Pyroclasm. I think Barrogoyf we don't need. I can cut Timetwister as well. It's looks just kinda bad. Deathrite Shaman is a reasonably reliable mana dork, so it's probably not horrible in this matchup. Maybe Voidwalker is weak. No, it's good as it is. 2 pushes. We draw a banger on the play, and is this a banger? Puts on pressure. I will Dark Ritual and play the Voidwalker. And Swamp Cycle for Bayou. Tundra. Jet. Trainer. Oh no. Not the trainer. Swords to Plowshares. Opal. Okay, 4 cards left in hand. There's no Pyroclasm. They just reveal their Swords to Plowshares. They can have Pyroclasm on top of that. It's too many control cards. Oh, Scalding Turn, Red Fetch, Monka. STP, see? Hopefully villain doesn't have the 1-3, I can't beat that. Or rather, I can't attack through that. Now. Nice. Getting some damage and seems great. This is also good for reach. The Deathrite Shaman seems so alright, just like maybe I shouldn't play so many of them. Just 2 copies. Let's spend green. Seems hard to fit in the Entomb variant of the deck though, so I guess I would have drawn Entomb instead. Mox Ruby produces red mana. I mean, if my opponent picks up Lurus here, it's not trivial. Especially if they play land Lurus, right? So that's not ideal. Unable to scream, okay. On my Shaman, pick up Lurito. Curious. Fetch. Not the best draw. You can keep the fetch to be able to fatal push the Lurus. At least they can replay the Thunder Trap Trainer, which I exiled. Ooh. Time Walk for 3 life points. Sick. Try casting Ancestral. Or try casting Pirate. No, co to jest? How many various removals my opponent is running? They play so many. Oh. Do not cast Ancestral now, please. Oh, Flame of Honor draw 2? This game is gonna be not trivial, chat. Grief is one of the better draws, though. But please no permanents in hand. No! Azure Bestbinder returns. Azure Bestbinder. Oj, oj, oj. No siedzi, siedzi. Play the Mana Crypt maybe. Right? Don't you want to? Attack? Crazy. Sort of. Not that crazy. A bit crazy. Voidwalker? Demonic Tutor. So what's the best card in my deck? Probably Ancestral. Reanimate the Troll? No, that's bad. Reanimate Lurus? Ooh, that's sick. But probably Recall is the best, right? I'll take the Recall. Should have attacked with the Orc army. Big mistake. They would be scared to block. Recall into 3 Dark Rituals. That's a possibility, yeah. Why did they trade Lurus? I don't know. Four? Why didn't they target the Deathrite Shaman? This is an O2, blocking a 1-3. That's good, right? Crazy. Yes, we can solve the nightmare. Wypierdalaj stąd, ziomuś. Played pre-combat for no reason, I just got too eager. Now opponent casts PO and draws 4. Soul Ring. Maya. Could cast the Thunder Trap Trainer. I summon Maya. Now PO doesn't even seem so great. Not an out anymore. Pyroclasm, of course, still is. So it's good that they just threw the Lotus into the bin for no reason. Would have trouble with it otherwise. Healing Descent. Lurus. Aura keep. YOLO. Feels like Nadu should be decent, right? With the Moxen. Force of Will, just draw 10,000 cards. Pro Captain Modern Legal Hand in Vintage. Yes. No, I have Wasteland. And Reanimate, right? Time to take 10,000 damage from my spells. Cowards for not printing untapped Triumph or stuff like that. I agree, yeah. Whoa, pitch Time Walk. Lots of respect for Maya. Can reanimate Maya now. Scrabland. Bowman, okay. Skip the push for oi oi oi. Are you sure about that? Don't you want to kill? Yeah. Lucky. Unlucky. Yeah, the Maya blocks is good. Then I draw another swamp and I press oi. Oi oi oi. Spend my wasteland. Get hit by Saga. God, this Sheoldred is something else. Oi hui. No, that's frankly a solid reaction. Maybe no. Ah. Pick up Lurus, pick up Lurus. Don't make construct. No. Lotus Petal, classic worse than basic swamp. Yeah. It mostly is. Voidwalker for Delta. Then what? RNB. I gain tempo that way, chat, but I don't think I can win, which is an issue. But there's probably no way in which I can win. Okay, I found a way. Keep attacking them. It's 2 life with Dauthi. It is not, no. Okay. Eva. Strip mine. A bit late. Could take their Saga. Is that the way? Maybe I should play Saga. I mean, it's kind of impossible not to lose to Lurus, but Vexing Bauble. Sits. No pickup Lurus. Isn't that crazy? Timetwister. Sounds good. Seems good. There are issues with Maya dealing thousands of damage to me. If I had a Bowmaster here, that would be so nice. No siedzi, no co. I'm not sure Mental Misstep is a good card in a Maya deck. Maybe it shouldn't be there. It's very hit or miss. It misses a lot. It hits kinda rarely. It was pretty good in a spot or two a week ago when we ran it. Black Lotus sits. Block. Sheoldred has been a scam. Yeah, Sheoldred uncastable. Maybe they will cast 2 more spells and die. One more spell, chat. Will they do this? Will they do it? I think they'll figure out not to cast it. But yeah, Sheoldred a pretty consistent underperformer. My one. I think so. Is Mox fielded down? Not to my knowledge. I guess we can skip Dismember, it's pretty bad. We have 4 removal. Sounds solid. Ojcie, jaki koszelek kurwa przeległy. This is kind of the same hand. But we have a free Sheoldred to pitch to Grief, so we can pitch Grief without losing much. What a hand. Really good hand. Well, let's take Ancestral. Play Wasteland and compel them to Wasteland my Wasteland. Should do it now, probably. Okay. Draw another land. Hopefully. Soul Guide. My deck is certainly light on lands against other Wasteland decks. Which just means it's light on lands. But the future versions had more lands, so we had that figured out. Your opponent is just gonna bully me and I will not cast anything. Oh yeah. Now, Shaman. Giga punished. No i chuj, wygrałeś, ziomuś. Will we get to the top 8 on tiebreakers? Perhaps. Capitano CL is also currently triple queuing in Popper Challenge 32 and TLA Avatar The Last Airbender Competitive Sealed League. Whoa. That's a lot. Guess I'll keep. Shops. Crawler. Sits. Hard countering my Ancestral Recall. Should I play Maya? I think so. Maybe not. Maybe I'll take too much damage from Maya. Alongside it, crawler damage. Plus casting Time Walk. Ancestral. I mean, Maya saves free life though by blocking the crawler. It's gonna be fine. It's not like I died to Maya ever, right? Right? That just never happened. Free mana is that Flash Raker. Chad, what if this deck is alright, but Maya is actually the weak link? Oh kurwa. O Jezus, ile tutaj life lossu? Jak cast Ancestral, I take 8, I go to 5? Duh. Wait, so you fought that... Wait, you actually fought that? What do I do here even? I think the real answer is die. Time Walk? I think just no moves available. Like, no way I don't die to those crawlers and the Flash Raker. Maybe Villain is on free lands, but I draw 3 more cards. Maybe they will double block my... Like, Bowmaster would be awesome for me. Can I draw it somehow? Maybe they'll double block my... No, too smart to double block. Pyroclasm, yes, would be nice. I mean, I can play Mox and they just deal some damage to me, but... Dobra, nie wiem. Ancestral w siebie zabije się. Alright, I'll concede opponent is just... Zamulaing anyways. Misstep is pretty bad. Removal is desirable. Null Rod is desirable. Mindbreak Trap on the draw, maybe, but I don't think so. Vexing Bauble on the draw, skip. Timetwister, funnily bad against the crawlers. The crawlers are pretty bad as well, though. Mental Misstep is probably correct to have in for opponent's tops, because if they have Flash Rakers, I'm betting one of their wins is 2 tops and a Flash Raker. Well, we have Null Rod for that and removal for Flash Raker. I think the Misstep is just a bit too bad. Can cut Lotus Petal, weak with Null Rod in the deck. Can probably cut Sheoldred because we never cast it. Force Sun Size, lots of keys and Soul Ring. Yes, I know. This is in fact what is in my opponent's deck. What if I should cut to my... No, can't be, but maybe. What if? We're gonna cut Timetwister and keep the third my. Alright. I guess I summon a Voidwalker and hope that it's meaningful enough. Next turn I Demonic Tutor for Null Rod and Wasteland, and then I do the same thing again, but Null Rod. Could also Demonic Tutor for Null Rod on turn 1. Is that maybe better? To just have Null Rod instantly? But it is nice to start putting pressure. Could be very well wrong. If I draw Dark Ritual, I will just search for Null Rod and play it instantly. If I draw Mox or Black Lotus, that's true as well. Well, here comes my Black Lotus, I guess. I hope it's one ring. Flash Raker. That's solid. Grim Monolith. That's solid. Tezzeret Cruel Capitan. That's solid. Manifold Key. Not so bad. Searches for key. Not key. Top. Why no bubble on the play? I must have been mistaken. I meant to have it on the play and not on the draw. I think Chad actually told me that I'm making a humongous mistake. Maya would have been nice against this start. True. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. Bro is still casting, please. Oh, Dismember? Come on. It's too much. You don't really have anything though. Except for finding top, that's the issue. Oj, oj, oj. I pass. Aha, to przegrałem. No fajnie. W sumie. I guess I could avoid that by playing Bowmaster on this turn over the Voidwalker. Probably, yeah. I wanted to kill Tezzeret next turn, but I mean there was no next turn. I activate top. No dobra. I play Eldrazi Spawn. I think just playing 4 Null Rod is not really a solution to